Hi everyone, welcome back to Castle Wedding Station. When you're planning your wedding, one of the first things on your task list will be choosing your perfect wedding venue. Going for viewings is so much fun. You get to see so many beautiful places that you probably would never normally go to. However, watch out as there are many distractions when you're searching for that perfect venue. For example, sales managers at the venue that will be trying to convince you that this castle is the one for you. That's why it's important to be able to ask the right questions at the very beginning so you don't get a big surprise once the venue is booked and the deposit is paid. So today I've prepared a short list of questions that you should ask at your first venue viewing. One is packages. You probably noticed that most venues have various different packages available. On advertising websites, we will often see that the packages start from. Well, watch out with that one, as the first price usually means that that package is only available on January in 2021 for up to 10 guests and only by 2 p.m. Well, on your wedding viewing, ask about your perfect date and the available package that will be relevant for your wedding date. Once you have that confirmation, send them an email just in case so you have something in writing. Number 2 is room changeovers. Wedding venues quite often have set logistics for each wedding day. Sometimes that includes the room changeovers. If, for example, your ceremony is at the same room as your wedding breakfast later on, or the same with your wedding breakfast is at the same place where your evening reception, then sometimes that would mean the staff would have to change the room setup to accommodate for the new party. That unfortunately means that your guests will be kicked out of the room, they would have to wait somewhere else, and then they will be invited back to the room. I'm not a big fan of those kind of venues where you have to move around between places, because that just creates a bit of confusion and the unnecessary waiting time for your guests. However, if your wedding venue does require that room change, it's not the end of the world. Most venues have it really nicely worked out. So just speak to your venue about what's the easiest and smoothest way to do it, how long is the usual waiting time, so you can organize something for your guests that will not include just random standing around in the corner or in the hallway. Number 3 is 2 weddings, 1 venue. There are some wedding venues that host more than 1 wedding a day. Usually that means that they are big enough to do so. However, to avoid yourself unnecessary surprises on your big day, ask your wedding venue, no matter how small it is, whether there will be another party on your day. For example, they think, oh, they've got that extra room upstairs so they can squeeze in another wedding of 10. Well, it will be pretty awkward when you notice another person in a wedding gown on your big day. So save yourself that stress and ask your venue on the first viewing whether that is a possibility or not. Number 4 is sound limiter. Many venues have a legal responsibility to have a sound limiter in place, which means they will have to limit the noise that is made on the day, and that usually refers to your band or your DJ. If you have a wedding planner, not so bad, as they will be the ones that have to deal with the angry band. However, if you don't, you will have to be the one that says to them that their equipment could potentially be damaged by the sound limiter. Having a sound limiter in the venue doesn't mean that you can't have any music, your party will be terrible, nobody will be dancing, and it will basically be a disaster. It's just a little bit of inconvenience, and that's why the bands and DJs should be made aware of from the very beginning. So just ask on your wedding viewing whether there is a sound limiter in the venue, and if there is a band that you're already thinking of, just ask them in advance whether they're happy to work with sound limiter. Chances are most of them already have experience in working with venues where they have to limit their noise. So don't be discouraged and just speak to your suppliers openly. Number 5 is license limitations. So it sounds like a no-brainer, as most venues offer alcohol packages in their wedding offers. However, ask your wedding coordinator in the venue whether there is a certain time that they have to cut off the alcohol sales. Usually it's midnight, but just in case there are any other requirements, or if you can take drinks outside, or for example, if you can provide little alcohol favors for your wedding guests, if that's what you want to do, as some venues don't allow you to do that. The last thing is suppliers. Some venues only allow you to work with their approved suppliers. So again, it would be quite an annoying surprise if you found that you can't use your favorite photographer because the venue only allows you to use the one that they work with. Not many venues do that anymore, but it's important to have it ticked off your list so you have a full freedom when choosing your suppliers. That's everything for today, and I hope this video is useful for you and will help you find that perfect wedding venue. If there are any other questions that you wish you asked your venue before you booked, please share them in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel to help us grow. And yeah, see you in the next video.